You have an idea to get the debris, the toxic debris that's in the Pacific Palisades and that's in Altadena, and put it on a train and put it to where. So right now, tell me what they're doing with the toxic material in the Palisades.
They're dumping it in local landfill. I think people have seen it on the news. You know, I think, did Khloe Kardashian come out and say, hey, they're putting trash
did she?
Yeah.
And so they're putting toxic
debris in local landfill.
And that's not licensed.
Not okay.
And it's not regulated for that, to put in toxic debris.
That's correct.
Elaine Culotti is a real estate mogul, star of Discovery Channel's Undercover Billionaire. She faced significant losses due to the Palisades fire and has criticized California's current government, including Measure ULA, which she believes is hindering real estate recovery. She is considering a run for California governor in 2026, driven by her frustration with the state's leadership and policies. Welcome back to the show, Elaine Culotti. Hey, Elaine, how are you?
Hi.
Good to see you. So now, you lost, just like everybody in the Pacific Palisades, you have big financial losses, and you're upset with the cleanup. And so you have released this action paper, and it's called California Debris. You have an idea to get the debris, the toxic debris that's in the Pacific Palisades and that's in Altadena, and put it on a train and put it to where. So right now, tell me what they're doing with the toxic material in the Palisades.
They're dumping it in local landfill. I think people have seen it on the news. You know, I think, did Khloe Kardashian come out and say, hey, they're putting trash
did she?
Yeah.
And so they're putting toxic
debris in local landfill.
And that's not licensed.
Not okay.
And it's not regulated for that, to put in toxic debris.
That's correct. And more importantly, there's a lot of people that have argued, no, that's not what they're doing, but that's what Karen Bass said. And that's what the executive order says. Gavin Newsom's order says they're going to waive all these restrictions. And I say this, you can argue that it's not toxic or it's not all toxic, but if you live in Calabasas and you have kids and you go to bed at night, don't you want to know that it's for sure not in your landfill and you're not breathing that air? Like, you put that out there in the ether or in the air, and now everyone knows that.
So you say this is going to be an even more expensive scandal than the fires were.
Sure it is. I mean, if you're polluting local landfills, you're polluting local municipalities, and you're taking a fire that's contained to 3 or 4 cities. It's a big fire. There's no question about it. And you're spreading your trash all over the place. I mean, I don't put my trash in your dumpster. It's just a basic, what I can't understand why this was the first place they went. Calabasas, Azusa.
You mean to dump the toxic waste?
Yes. And I mean, I understand that landfills are really big and that they're not overfilling them. I understand that, but it's not just dumping. It's also over the, valley and over the river and through the woods. You got to drive miles and miles to get there. It takes one truck 6 hours. They've dumped almost 300,000 trucks, and there's still 300,000 or 400 or 500 million trucks, who knows, left to go. And the roads, we have no money to fix the roads. That's not going to get covered by FEMA. So they're trashing all the roads. People are sitting in their homes and dump trucks are going by. They're wrecking the air in neighborhoods. It comes off of the truck and gets on the trees and the grass and in your teeth and your food. It's not right. We should have definitely straight to a commercial laydown yard, on rail to a dump.
So you have a plan.
Totally.
To fix this, and you actually got this plan. How did you get this plan into the hands of the governor?
I had a friend who knew a friend who had somebody to deliver it. And it was like, not somebody I know, but at the end of the day, he has it. Gavin has it. I can see the email's not open too.
Oh, so it's been delivered to Gavin, but he hasn't looked at this plan.
He for sure 100% has it and has not responded. He's looked at it maybe. I hope he looked at it.
Okay.
But he hasn't done anything about it.
But you know for sure that this plan, I'm going to tell people. So you have this plan to use. So you found there's a place that actually can handle toxic waste that they built just a few years ago, right?
That's right.
So tell people about that.
So in trying to get this done, I had to, whenever you write a white paper, not a lot of people do this, but just FYI, it's just, all it is like a proposal or, an action plan, or those are the things that a white paper are. So whenever you do that, you got to do a lot of research because you want to have like all the data of where it is, and you got to, and you kind of have to figure out if especially if you find something historical, if it would apply today, right? And so I stumbled across something through people that were also trying to solve the problem. And then I got in my car and I drove to Puente Hills and I drove to this landfill out in almost to the border. And I got eyes on it. And then I went to City of Industry to try to run down the guy who wrote the original white paper. I did all my homework. And what I discovered is absolutely mind-boggling. So this guy named Michael Kissel, who's like a city manager in City of Industry, designed this thing in 2006. It was $500 million.
So this is a city roughly 40 minutes away from the Pacific Palisades?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Called the City of Industry.
City of Industry.
And they designed this toxic waste dump.
Right.
Okay.
In 2006.
Okay.
Got the money.
By
14, it's built.
And it built
$500 million taxpayer dollars.
So $500 million taxpayer dollars went into building this dump.
Yep.
And what have they done with it?
They couldn't figure out how to run it, so they rented it to a trucking company that has little white, backs of trucks on there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
And so they're not using it.
Nope.
So no one's using this $500 million toxic dump that they built.
Worse than that. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The landfill that's connected to it, which is part of the $500 million, it's over where they're going to do the LA River cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me on Lee Zeldin, who's amazing, by the way. That thing is 600 million cubic yards. Okay, cubic yards. It is empty. It's never been opened, and it's sitting there where they need to clean the LA River. And I was like, I don't understand. What do you mean it's not open? Is it full? No, it's never opened. It's for an emergency, but they couldn't figure out how to operate it. So they just rented it to a trucking for storage, not even to use it.
I know they're just using it to store their trucks.
Right. Fires come, and they did, I think, get approached early on, but maybe it was they couldn't figure out what to do with the tenant. But it became very clear very quickly that the tenant was like, we'll move. If you need it, take it. Whatever we can do. And they just didn't do that. And then they're like, oh, we're going to do this RFP, which is a request for proposal. And we're going to send it out. Well, shoot, you don't even have to answer that till August, number one. Number two, we're taking a government paid for, basically taxpayer dollars, great landfill that's probably got $4.5 billion in dumping fees left. Okay, we're going to sell it for what? $100 million, $200 million to somebody who's going to make all that money. It's going to take 6 or 7 months. We'll never use it it's just wasteful. It's more waste. Waste.
So your big idea, so it says California debris train.
Yeah.
By Elaine Culotti. Okay, so this is what you want to do. Executive summary. California face a looming infrastructure, environmental, and public health crisis due to wildfire debris from Altadena, Malibu, and the Pacific Palisades being dumped into local landfills in Calabasas, Azusa, and Sylmar. Lawsuits have already been filed about this. The federal cleanup efforts of the Army Corps of Engineers ended on June 1st. There are limited state resources outside of these local landfills, except for a turnkey rail-based solution that offers a dramatically faster, cleaner, and an economically beneficial path forward. This is what. So here's the proposal: redirect the debris away from local landfills to a fully permitted truck-to-rail laydown yard in Puente Hills. Rail will then carry all the debris directly to the approved and currently unused Mesquite Imperial Valley 600 million cubic yard rail-served facility. The never-used loading yard in Puente Hills and landfill is owned by LA Sanitation District. So they own this thing, and you're saying we could, and so you're going to say the trucks take the debris, they take it to, and they put it on the trains. Then the train takes it to this place where that's not being used, and the LA Sanitation District owns it.
Yep.
So it seems like this is a no-brainer. So here's more. So what you say, that the Puente Hills Intermodal Facility, it was built for $500 million, never used. It's turnkey and owned by the LA Sanitation. Mesquite Regional Landfill, so that's enough. So these are two different landfills. Okay, so there's one in the City of Industry, and there's one in Mesquite. And this is a 600 million ton capacity. It has a 100-year permit. It's connected by 7-mile rail line. So rail access secured, Union Pacific plus approved debris by rail partner. So you can get this done by rail. And then haul routes under development. LA County and city planning direct haul routes from Pacific Coast Highway, Sunset, and Altadena. So they have the routes, and then the debris volume models in place, capable of clearing 12,000 sites in 4 months using current truck fleet metrics. Letters of support incoming, environment. So
Wait, I have to correct one thing.
go ahead.
It's not 600 million ton capacity. It's way more than that. It's 600 million cubic yards.
Oh, that is way more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
600.
Yeah, a little
Okay,
typo.
so
But
you've got these. You've got these landfills that are empty, not being used, that can accept this kind of toxic debris, and you have a plan to get it there. Here's the by train, right? So tell people what is this? So this is where.
So I did a couple things. Those are I'm so blind. You know, I'm getting older, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the one that says Palisades to facility, that's 34 miles.
Yeah.
That's PCH and Temescal Canyon, and that takes you all the way to the Puente Hills laydown yard, and it's all freeway. You don't have to go through all the cities.
Okay.
That's a great haul route. It's a great, and the city would do it for sure.
So you're saying that you would do this by truck?
Yep.
Okay, and then it would come here to a laydown yard.
A laydown yard. Doesn't that sound
that's
good?
What that, yeah, that's. I never heard that term
So
before.
a laydown yard is where you put, which is basically what they did on Temescal Canyon, and it's where the dumps locally can put their stuff and they separate it,
Okay.
and it just makes a big mess.
And so where does it go from here?
Then it gets on. That laydown yard has rail access, so the train cars come in, probably like maybe a coal hopper, and you dump all of the truck debris right into them, and they just come and go.
And they would take it to Puente Hills, or they take it out to.
No, that is Puente Hills. Put your finger back. That's Puente Hills.
This is Puente Hills.
You're on Puente Hills. Your finger is on Puente
and
Hills.
so where would they take it?
Then it goes out on this rail line directly to the landfill.
And the landfill is in Mesquite?
It's called, it's Imperial. It's Imperial it's over by the border by Glamis.
Okay.
So closer in. It's Imperial Landfill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what am I looking at here?
That's the Altadena one, which is 12.4 miles. Same place. But there you kind of go behind downtown. You know, we have to go kind of to the side and all the way out.
Okay.
Altadena is actually much closer.
So it would go this way.
Yeah. And it's all freeway. I think it's like the 210 to the 60.
And here's one more.
Oh, that's to the landfill. So Puente Hills is over there on the left up at the top. Yeah. And then days down and off they go, doing what they're supposed to be doing.
This is the landfill over here.
Mm-hmm. The Great American Rail. Nothing better than American Rail.
One more I got for tell me what this is. Can you tell me what
That's
this is?
the landfill. Look at the size of that thing.
Right here. That's the Mesquite mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the landfill.
And it's all good to go. And there's the rail yard going into it.
Oh, so right here?
Yeah. And I drove there and looked at it too.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about infrastructure. It's all there.
It's all there.
It's all ready to go.
It's a joke. I'm telling you, right? Steph, unbelievable. It's there.
And so so you're trying to get people excited about this, or so what is your plan to get Governor Newsom or Karen Bass or whoever?
Jimmy, you are my plan.
I'm the plan?
Yeah, you're my plan, Jimmy.
Okay.
What do you mean? Of
Well,
course.
I just read 2 articles about you in the last 2 days that didn't come up in those articles.
Jimmy Dore's my plan. I have a plan. Jimmy, you're a big voice. Listen, people listen to you.
Okay, sometimes.
We got a problem here in California.
There's a new algorithm on YouTube. It's hard. It's really suppressive.
It's really challenging. They shouldn't be. Listen, that's because the Zionists don't have anything to do with this. Let's just focus on the fact that California is where we live, and it is so mismanaged. And this is a perfect example of it.
So this is a perfect example of mismanagement.
Oh, it's just unreal. It's just another thing. Just another thing.
So, so this could work, but nobody is taking you up on it. I thought.
Well,
did you get this plan to the head of the EPA?
Yeah, and you know
did,
how
right?
I did it? I sent it to Bobby Kennedy.
And he got it to...
And he sent it to Lee Zeldin, and within hours, I think it was like 7 hours.
So the head of the EPA's name's
Lee Zeldin.
Lee Zeldin?
The guy's a machine.
So you got
He's
it in front
worker.
of him?
Yep.
And so what does he say about
He
this?
mobilized. He got me all the right people. We had a big meeting. We went there. They all talked. Everybody's...
And so what's going on?
They said, we don't know how to run it. I'm like, okay, well, can you guys get out of the way and let us run it? Because I can get people to run it.
And so did you go back to Lee Zeldin and say they say they don't know how to run it?
He's working on, listen, Lee Zeldin's office is running EPA for the United States, which is a huge deal. And one of the big focuses in the United States is, in fact, the LA River cleanup, which is San Diego County and Chula Vista and Tijuana and what's Coronado Island, the Coronado Bay, all the poop going down there. Poop everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the water is really bad. And then the Baja Railroad is broken down there.
So you're saying he's got other things on his plate, is what you're saying?
Well, obviously, like, this is a really important part of California that's been kind of ignored. I mean, I farm down there, so I know how bad it is. It's really bad. And my opinion about management is that no person running the state, including Gavin Newsom, is going to know everything. But if you don't start delegating some of your resources and really putting people in place that can actually move the needle, the state is going to fall off into I don't know what we're going to do. And so Lee Zeldin, I think, I could be wrong, but I mean, I feel like is working a deal between Mexico and, the federal government, not California, because we're not helping at all,
right,
to try to figure out how to get this cleaned up. And I don't know the ins and outs of it. It's not my business. I don't work for them. I'm just a California resident. I'm a California girl. I'm the American dream living in California. But they have a lot of work to do. We have our own problem that we need to be able to solve with our mayor and our management. And because we don't have a mayor that has a capacity to understand this, or clearly doesn't seem to be able to put someone in place that does, we're just not bringing it. We're not doing it. So I stepped up and said, look, I have a good idea. Let me help. I mean, I would like to put a line around the Palisades and call it its own municipality and break away from LA and do a pilot project with the Pacific Palisades, put Rick Caruso in charge, make him a city manager and just say, here, run the Palisades and create a model and go to all these little cities that need help and get rid of Karen Bass because she's not doing that. Yeah. And we need resources.
I mean, Karen Bass is not she's just a party apparatchik.
But she's in between. She's in between any success.
She's like Kamala Harris. She doesn't actually achieve anything. She doesn't do anything. She's been, and she is in the way. She's in the way.
And I saw her doing something where she was wiping the graffiti, wax on, wax off the graffiti next to someone who put graffiti there. I was like, what are you doing? This is our mayor. Yeah. What are you doing? Are you kidding me? Come and clean up our debris. It's just.
So what do you think is going to happen with the Pacific Palisades now? What do you think? I mean, if they're dumping all this stuff in landfills that aren't equipped to take toxic debris, that's going to be, and there's already lawsuits about it. What do you think is going to be the future for the Pacific Palisades? Are people going to want to move back there?
Okay, so that's a lot of questions together. Yeah. I think, first of all, let me just say that the topography of California, the weather and the climate and the access to beautiful beaches and mountains and incredible, unbelievable lifestyle has not changed since the 40s.
But people can't go to the beach anymore, right?
Well, we can clean it up.
Because of the toxic.
We can clean it up. What we've got to do is we've got to change the way we manage our resources completely.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to break our government apart in California because we need to figure out what to do with the money.
Before we get there, tell me what you think is going to happen. What do you see happening? Where do you see the Pacific Palisades in 5 years?
I see the venture capitalists coming into the Pacific Palisades with private-public partnership and spending enough money to take away control from California because it's the Palisades. But that's not an option that you're going to see everywhere. You're just going to see it in the Palisades because the real estate's so valuable. Not everybody wants to be in private-public partnership.
So you think that the Palisades will recover 100%. Because it's such valuable real estate that you think that money will pour in, but don't you think that money will pour in it and build single-family homes, or are they going to build huge? Oh,
yeah.
You think so?
Well, first of all the people that lost homes that wanted to upgrade are upgrading. So you had I think the last I checked was 380 lots on the market and 180 had sold. So they're moving, and they're moving with Palisadians that are maybe upgrading,
I saw a thing by Adam Carolla saying that it's so expensive now to rebuild.
So expensive.
That people don't have the money to rebuild even.
So expensive. And not only
because of all the new zoning laws that they've made. So just to rebuild, it's way more expensive than the house was when it originally was built.
So I have this idea to take this little space, I already found it, and open a building department on Sunset in the Village. Just Los Angeles City Building Department, have building inspectors and plan checkers in there, and have a local building department. We'll fund it. We'll fund it. Because what that will do is that will allow individuals that haven't built to come in there. And if you can cut down the time, you can cut down the money. The biggest problem is the time, because time equals money. I mean, look, you are on hold if you call 911 in LA. All right? And they're like, 911, what is your emergency? I'm like, 911 is my emergency. They put you on hold. We need a building department in each one of these municipalities. And if we can create a pilot in the Palisades, Caruso's doing it. He's already invested. I mean, why would Karen Bass stand in the way of that? Why would just load us in, let us pay for it. Step aside and let us show you how to do it. And I think if we can build a pilot, we're going to recover, and every town will recover, because if we can cut the time schedule and if we can cut through the red tape, we can bring back affordability to build. It's the most expensive thing is all the regulations and the time invested. Look, you have a loan and you're paying interest. Our interest is insane. What is the Fed doing? What is that guy doing? You have mansion tax, for God's sakes. If your $5 million lot burnt down, there's no house, you're paying mansion tax on those ashes. It is bullshit. They've got to stop that. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on here?
Yes. So you told.
Okay.
So tell people. Okay. I don't know if we should get into the mansion tax, but
why?
Okay, go ahead. Tell people what the mansion tax is.
It's a fraud. It's an
absolute
boondoggle.
So it was a tax. It was supposed to be on properties over $5 million.
5 and 10, and it goes up incrementally.
Yeah. So if you make if your property is assessed at $5 million, you get hit with one level of mansion tax, and then if it's over $10 million, you get another level of mansion tax. So this sounds like a great idea, and they were going to take that money to fix homelessness. Of course, we all know that the money that they put aside to fix homelessness gets grafted. It's all about grift and graft. And it never gets spent on the homeless people, because we spent $24 billion on fixing homelessness in this state, and it's worse than ever. And it's because there's this public-private partnership. So these NGOs that are paying their people who run them millions of dollars, and they take the money and they funnel it to so it's all corruption. So that's what's happening. So this mansion tax that people voted for, let's tax the rich so we can help the homeless, which sounds like a great idea. But what actually happened was that they started to like, if you, right now you're talking about houses in Pacific Palisades that have burned down, still have to pay the mansion tax. But it also went to it didn't just go after single family homes. It went after apartments. And
it's a transactional. First of all, it's transactional.
So if you have a real estate transaction that's above $5 million, you have to pay. And so even if you're selling something like a strip mall,
it doesn't, a hospital
or a
low-income apartment building.
A low-income apartment.
It doesn't matter. It's transactional.
You have to pay this quote-unquote mansion tax.
If you're bankrupt.
So what it's doing is it's actually suppressing real estate sales in California is what's happening.
Correct. Oh, and not only that, I say this over and over again. I said it in that article that I was in. Our Los Angeles is probably the epicenter of the biggest real estate sales in American history anywhere. It's LA. It's, Bel Air, Beverly Hills, Malibu, Santa Monica, Brentwood, Pacific Palisades. It is our Wall Street. It is California's Wall Street.
Okay.
And when you flat tax, a little tiny municipality, LA City, okay, you have a ripple effect. And the ripple effect is they killed $1 trillion worth of transactions. So now nothing is trading. And when nothing trades, everyone goes out of business.
Yeah,
Title companies, people who do inspections, termite guys, real estate brokers, real estate agents, and all this business just dies, and then contractors, and then building permits for new buildings, because no one will sell. So it is an absolute Molotov cocktail into our little Wall Street.
So this mansion tax is having the exact opposite effect of what people thought.
Yes, and Karen Bass said she would lift it or do something about it, and didn't. She hasn't revisited it. She won't pick up her phone.
Okay. So, all right. Well, that's one of those things where, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And people thought, sounds like a good idea on paper. Hey, we'll just tax the richest people in the world and we'll help it. But that's actually suppressing. It's not just the richest people in the world. Like we said, it's strip malls, it's hospitals, it's all kinds of whatever the real estate transaction is. And it could be a low income apartment building or apartment complex. So, so you say get rid of that's a state tax, right?
It's a city tax. It's LA City.
Oh, it's LA City.
It's LA City, but it's being
So
they were expecting to make like I think $1 billion a year, right?
they thought they were going to make, they haven't come close.
It's insane.
It's like not even 25%.
How do you want one city of high-end people? It's not a
Yes.
mansion tax. They lied to people.
So they thought it was going to bring in around $1 billion a year, and they would put that towards homelessness, and it didn't. It's not even coming close.
Never
because
mind.
people aren't.
Those are the people that own real estate. Okay, above $5 million and $10 million pay so much tax anyway. Like it's this whole thing that's going on in New York. You know, like, oh, we're going to tax all these. We're going to control rent for like 3 million people, and there's like what 1 million landlords or something like that. If you keep doing this to the people that actually pay taxes, if we continue this mentality in America to the people that actually pay taxes, we have no way to repair infrastructure. We have no way to keep the lights on. Just basic state needs. The money comes from taxes. I don't understand why people, poor and rich, don't understand that people that work for the government are not earning money. They are being paid by you, okay? They're being paid by you. And if you're not paying a lot in taxes because you're living in a tent, someone else is paying your taxes. And if you tax that person enough, they say it's not sustainable. I can't keep this up. I need to move out of this state.
Well, that's a lot of. It's very attractive for people to move to Texas or places like Florida because they don't have any income tax. And Bill Maher, who's a big Democrat, screams about how I have to pay all this income tax, state income tax in California, and then they don't even have a fire department when the fire breaks out. They can't even clean up the homelessness. They can't even keep the streets safe. They can't. MacArthur Park is unusable. Langer's Deli threatened to close down because of the crime in the neighborhood. Institution, been there for 80 years. And so you pay all this income tax, you want something for it. Like, what is the income tax rate in California? It's got to be like 12%, something like that. 13%. Plus on top of your federal
sales
taxes.
Tax is like
plus
10%
your sales
in LA.
taxes.
Sales tax.
Plus all. So you're
they
just
have mattress tax. I got news for you. There's mattress tax.
So that's why a lot of people, I'm sure when Joe Rogan got his $300 million deal, he was like, well, I could stay living in California and pay an extra $40 million in taxes, or I could move to Texas and use that $40 million to start my empire, open a comedy club, buy a house, build a studio. And so I'm sure that's what he did.
Yeah, but he doesn't have our beach.
Yeah, no, Austin.
Yeah.
No, Austin is not California.
No, it's not.
It's not by a long shot. No, I mean, I like Austin as a city, but it's no California.
It would be so easy to turn this state around. All you got to do is make people happy. Like, what are we do? We make people miserable. How hard is it to invite business into the state and stick to a deal? No, everybody wants to be here. Nobody wants to work under this administration. That is the issue. Everyone wants to be in California. People love California. Hey,
come see us on tour. We're going to be in Toronto, Red Bank, New Jersey, Northampton, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire, Oxnard, California, Rutherford, New Jersey, New York, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.